Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be building a simple API server with Python Flask. So first things first, we're going to create a directory to store our app in, and we'll create a Python file to put the code into. The file name is arbitrary. I'll use srvrserver.py. So once we open it up, we're going to start out by adding our import statement, of course. All right, now this next line here is what's going to instantiate the Flask instance. So app equals Flask underscore underscore name underscore underscore. And so that's a built-in function in Flask that's going to instantiate the instance. All right, now we need to create an endpoint. So we're going to create an endpoint into the root of the server and create a method to return, you guessed it folks, hello world. Alright, and now we'll go ahead and create the method that's going to instantiate the app and start it up when we enter the Python file. Okay, and we're going to run the app, and we're going to set a couple of values here. One is the host value, and realistically at this point we don't need to set that because we're just going to be running on localhost, but we're going to do that anyway because it's going to help us going forward. The next thing we're going to do is set a port. Again, the port is kind of arbitrary at this point. We could use any port we wanted to define, but for our purposes today, we're just going to use 6000. So we'll add a couple of comments here just to indicate what these methods are doing, and have some documentation or reference going forward here. Alright, and once we're set with noting our app here, we'll pop out, and oh geez, we still need the Flask library, so let's move on to that. We'll check, make sure we have pip installed here. Okay, good. It looks like we got pip installed, so we will use it to see if we have Flask. And no versions currently. And we see the Python 2.7 warning. It has reached end of life. Future things should be brought up to a more recent version, which at this point is 3.9, but for our purposes we'll press forward right now. So we've installed Flask, and we're going to go ahead and try running our app. Excellent. So the app is running. We get the development environment notification. We'll go ahead and check and ping our endpoint and see if we get the response we expect. And there we go. That's hello world. And we can close out of the app now. We're all good. So thank you very much for watching, and remember to check back frequently for more content.